Welcome back to another episode. Been a hectic couple of weeks with the move, getting everything pulled out of the old shop, set up in the new shop. A lot of plumbing for wiring and air lines here in our new shop. Setting up racks, setting up lifts. Yeah, obviously a lot more space here in our new shop, so we had a lot more rack to set up. Stepside twin turbo C10. Jason's been working on the inner fenders, doing a lot of fab on that. We've got the radiator completely fit now. You know, got a chance to whip out our Mittler Brothers / Jamie Jordan edition bead roller. Put some lines in there, make it a little bit stronger, give it some style, you know. Jake's been working on the T-Mac Hudson, got the gauge panel mounted up. There's an AEM gauge cluster, digital gauge cluster that they're using. Kind of hides behind a glove box door that's on the driver's side of the dash. So you'll be able to open that glove box door up, see the display, fully customizable. Hey, you don't want to look at all that technology, shut the door, dash looks OG again. Yeah, also got a chance to get a look up underneath the Hudson. It was up on the lift. Saw all the crazy work that Scott's Hot Rods has done. Amazing, you know, 3-inch polished stainless exhaust. The Hudson's just got a style of its own.
Hey, I didn't expect what I was gonna get when this thing actually went into the air, dude. If you peek underneath, man, you can see that nothing underneath this thing hadn't been touched. Yeah, this is on like a full one-off Scott's Hot Rod chassis.
Jake's been working on the Dixxon 55 truck, buttoning up any loose ends, trying to just cover every base, make sure we've got all the metal work done before we send it over for sandblast and then body work and paint.
It's gonna be a badass truck, man. This guy keeps building all the cars I like.
We're in our new building now. Warehouse is huge. We've tripled our space, just a couple buildings down. So the guys have been transporting stuff back and forth. Forklifts and scissor lifts have been going down the alley. Our good customer / friend, Mike Porter, Landco, loaned us his rollback tow truck. So we've been loading that up, making trips back and forth, old shop, new shop, getting set up here.
Well, I'm boxing in and relocating the mounting point for the factory hood latch. I had to move it forward for the radiator. I'm making a whole new mount. This is good old American steel.
American. What kind of vehicle?
Well, it's a 1972 Chevy C10, doing a 1968 front end on it. Change it up a little bit. Twin turbo, big block. You know what Noah's doing today? Nothing. A whole lot of nothing. At this point now, I'm trying to dream up a good way to mount the radiator. So I've got it in, got enough cut out to get it to clear the hood.
Hey, don't act like you know how to read.
I don't, that's why I take pictures of everything. See, when you can't read and someone asks you for numbers off of a box, that's why it's good to have a smartphone when you're a dumbass. Now it's a matter of making this big cutout that I've got in it look nice and make the radiator work with it. So just trying to imagine what I'm gonna have to build to make it work. That's the hardest part with this kind of stuff, is there's no book. So you gotta dream it up and build it and hope it works. So what I'll probably end up doing is leveling off the top of these down to the level of the radiator, because this core support normally has a bracket on it that holds the radiator down anyway. There's nothing else that mounts to the top of these, so I'm gonna have to modify the hood latch a little bit anyway, so I'm not too concerned there. But just for looks purposes, I'll probably lower this down to that level just so it looks semi-original. Yeah, there's not going to be a whole lot on this truck that doesn't get cut because of having to wedge this motor and everything in there. I mean, body-wise, it's not getting any major mods, but you know, to keep it looking stock on the outside, it's going to require a lot of cutting under the hood and on the floorboard to give it a stock look outside with all this engine and trans in it. So, and then it's got a lot of wheel and tire, and there's a lot of stuff to squeeze in here. Well, I mean, maybe something I could sling under the front end over the pan between the frame rails.
Where?
Is it getting to you? You sissy. I don't even know where wearing the Converse shoes came from with me. I started wearing them when I was a kid because I liked them. But I'm sure I saw somebody cool wear them. And now it's just, if I don't have Converse shoes, someone thinks I'm maybe like sick or something's wrong with me. So what I'm thinking is cut this off even with the radiator, so that it kind of looks like the original one again.
Oh, okay.
So it'll step up and then flatten off and go at the level of the radiator rather than go up and then back down.
Back down, yeah, I like
I
it.
think it'd be silly.
Okay.
But down here with the holes not aligning,
Yeah, at all.
I had thought about making even just a piece of tube that's got a threaded hole here and a threaded hole here.
Just
So
next
they
to
can
each other.
bolt to here and bolt to here, bolt here in the bottom, bolt here in the top.
Dude,
Just
why
to
are they
step it
off
over.
by so much? That's what I don't get, dude.
Like I say, the only thing I can think is that maybe the mounts are in a different spot for the 67, 68 as opposed to the 72.
Dude, it's tight in here, man.
But I want to get the core support mounted before I make anything mount-wise for the radiator so that everything
Yeah.
stays in the same spot.
We'd have to move these turbos again.
You could flip them upside down and put them out the hood.
Fuck,
Just
dude.
high enough to blow any kind of blow by out over the windshield.
Be a lot easier.
It would be.
I figured by juicing my next car, I would have less chance of ruining it, right?
I don't know that that's how that works, but you know what I'm ruining? All of my hardware is going to be inside this radiator by the time I get done.
What are you, LeBron now? Hold on to that stuff, dude.
I can't make a shot to save my life.
Kind of like them Lakers.
Yeah, Marco. Yeah, I'm dropping stuff just like LeBron.
Hey, take it easy, man. We've had Marco on suicide watch ever since the Lakers lost.
Went to his house on Saturday, and one of his boys showed up wearing his Lakers jersey. And
Did you chase him out?
yeah, I think I made him cry.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Noah. Welcome to another segment of Know About It. Today we're going to be going over shock extenders. I get asked a lot if they are needed. It is definitely recommended. We're going to be going over why. So your shock extender with your shock, when you lower your vehicle, let's see here. When you lower your vehicle, you end up sitting like this. What this shock extender is going to do is end up getting you the proper angle to be able to actually compress on this shock versus just the axle shaking the whole time. So this is going to mount to your existing shock mount, where typically your shock would be at this angle, and it's going to extend it and kick it out to here to get the proper angle and use out of your shock.
I am building just a flush mount dash panel for this AEM dash for the 49 Hudson. So the car's got two glove boxes, so he wants it to tuck up in there and be able to close behind the glove box. So we're just working on the mount for the back and the surround for the bezel. Then once that's all done, we're bending up the other side piece right now. But should be sitting somewhere right about there. It's a little tall for the opening, so we're just gonna drop it down, cover the logo, but it's got indicator lights all up in here for different warning lights and stuff. So we wanted to make sure that those are low enough that you can see them. You know, if we put the bottom of it up, you can't see those lights once the dash is in. So we'll drop it down, have everything viewable from the driver position. That is just my template for the back panel of the gauges. So I just kind of traced it. I think they have measurements online, but just to get the points and everything I need to draw it in our Torchmate software, I went ahead and traced it out myself. And just the holes for all of the connections to go through. So like it's got GPS and stuff, just so all that can pop through, no bending wires, no chafing, nothing like that. For me, that's it. All I'm doing is this dash. I think James has a couple things on the E-level left to set up. There's a couple things that he found at the end of the day Friday that he just wanted to double check. So got this over into my bay because I had some free time to get that stuff done. He's got another project he's working on right now. So once I'm done with this, he'll go back over, finish it up, and get it out the door.
Yeah, it's just that top left one. They built that bracket that goes over the brace. Yeah, the brace for the dash, and it comes onto the mounting face rather than onto the backside. Still getting used to it, I guess. You know, I haven't been here too long, so like the spitballing with Seth is still like new to me.
You know what you're doing?
Nope.
Not it.
They're really cool when they're low to the ground, but it doesn't always make them easy to work on. I know the car was worked on by Hubcap's hot rod design and part of the build, and I know Scott's hot rods had some to do with it. I don't know all the particulars, the ins and outs. I don't know who built the exhaust system and stuff. The exhaust system is very nice. Very, very cool. Some good hardline work. This car is very well put together. Put a little finishing touch on the management side of it. Get the air suspension to work and the brakes, I believe.
Holy shit. I wasn't expecting this when I saw the Hornet come in, dude.
Oh yeah, no, he's got
You got a couple dollars in this thing, huh?
a lot.
Maybe one or two?
Yes. It's very nice.
Holy shit. It's here to get finished up?
The management side of the air suspension and stuff, and the brake system.
Did he do all this himself?
No.
No. Wow. Somebody's tied up in this one, man. It's way nice.
Very nice. Very cool build.
I'm sure he's gonna be railing corners in this thing with this fucking chassis. I mean, maybe that's just the whole car's fucking thing. The Hornet was a four-door, wasn't he?
On
Cars?
Yeah, wasn't he? Good old Doc. Doc Hudson.
and yeah, they just fought crime for sport more. I don't even know if they really needed to do it.
Are you sure this is the fucking show that your children should watch? Your children should watch?
Yeah, I mean, if he can come up with enough cash to just have exotic boats and hydrofoils and things like that and travel around fighting bad guys, yeah.
Kind of like a Batman type thing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, sort of. But no mask, no costume,
Just money.
just money.
Yeah.
And because money does a lot for you
Yeah.
when you're
Buys
fighting
more
crime.
than happiness, right?
The important thing I do is I try to keep, as I like what I'm doing, I'll take measurements, draw patterns, things so that I can use them on the other side to copy. So I know that I'm getting close and not gonna stand back when it's done and have two completely different looking pieces. So yesterday was I got the passenger side fender well tacked together, got it all bead rolled, got it put in. Really happy with the way it came out. So now today I got to build a mirror image version of it for the driver's side. Basically try to make them look exactly the same. I'm gonna sit here and sweat. Build fender wells. I know where I'm going this weekend. Miss Arrowhead Harley Davidson contest. They said they're having a Frozen t-shirt contest. That sounds interesting.
And Ryan. Thought I told you not to come around here anymore.
Jesse, what am I doing?
You're rolling beans. That's what you're doing.
No, regardless how many times, it's still not a bean roller.
Not a bean roller?
There are no beans. No beans are harmed in the process of putting these dents in this metal.
I mean, if I put my finger
Essentially, I'm making pretty dents.
here. True.
Jesse works in our shipping and receiving department. Actually does a lot for us. Jesse's really good at what he does back there.
Just doing the upper part for the driver's side.
Yeah, starting to do the bead rolls on the top piece and get all this done. The nice part is I don't have to tack this one together to mark all the bead rolls. So I can actually do this one and pattern off the other side. So
All separate and then throw them together after.
yeah, and then tack it all together. So this one should go a lot faster because I'm not doing as much fab work. I'm just doing, I guess, refab work.
Refab.
Yeah, it was amazing. The money he's got into this thing has got to be astronomical. Unless he did it all himself, but it's just here so that we can mount the sensors for it. I'm gonna plumb the brake lines, and it's fucking crazy. Yeah.
Right now, all I'm doing is finishing up mounting all of the electronics on the inside. So I just made up this little plate here to mount our OBD2 plug, just because it's the sheet metal here is a little bit thin. So I'm able to make a thicker plate right there and tap those holes. So I'll weld that to it. And then we can mount our OBD2 plug under his front seat and have easy access for any kind of tuning or anything like that. Still be able to see his check engine light. We'll rip the harness out and set it to the side and get ready to get thrown in once it comes back from paint and finish everything up. It is basically all of the engine management. So your ECU is here, that's controlling all the engine. This guy is our transmission controller. I believe this is fuel pump controller. And then this is some stuff from SpearTech for more fuel injection control. So just keep that LT4 under control, let it know what it's doing, and let it communicate with the computers. Make some ponies.
So basically just draw out all of the bead rolls where they're gonna go. You want to lay them out before you start doing all this stuff. Otherwise, you know, I mean, you could freehand it, I guess, if you're real good at it. But if you're wanting to trace this outer edge, you know, I'm keeping a 1-inch border around the whole thing. So I mark that 1 inch off. I give myself the curves so I know where to start doing my radiuses, things like that. So, you know, just lay out ahead of time is pretty important for this kind of stuff.
Oh shit, look at these. These are nice.
Yeah.
That fucking firm it up a bunch.
Yeah, now it'll be nice and rigid and have a little style.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah, it's easier when you're good like Jake. You're the ugliest. Get under that. I mean, you're the best looking. That's what I meant.
All right, little bonus, know about it for you guys. We are in the process of moving right now. If you know where the old location is, we are 2 buildings down at the end suite. It's gonna be Suite 102. Full address will be 2150 West Broadway Road, Suite 102.
So day 4 of the move-in, we started out kind of small, just moving the basic clutter that would get in the way of the more major stuff.
We started day 1 by clearing the, you know, all the cars, getting the cars over here. Guys that installed these, they came and took the lift from over there and then put them over here on day 2. And then we're going on day 3 now. We decided that we're gonna do the warehouse part of the old spot. So we took down all the stuff.
Brought over the cabinets, toolboxes, things like that.
Took down all the racking. And so we're just getting them put where we want them, and then the company's gonna come bolt them in. But these guys are busting it out quick. We didn't hire a mover, so we gotta do this ourselves. It's all right, growing pains.
We realized we had a little scheduling issue with the painter that was supposed to paint the wall, so we had to take on that job ourselves, shoot this whole wall white. Rather interesting because I don't work over about 16 feet, so Jason had to go up and do the top half. So we got that finished. The lifts are over and mounted.
At the same time as we're trying to do all this, we're still trying to ship out stuff. Front office is still taking sales in, so I mean, we still got to do our daily job at the same time when we're trying to bust this out.
We've got the electrician. He's working on hooking all that up now. And now we've begun moving over the rack for the actual warehouse. We're probably about a day away from actually shutting that in down and starting to move all the parts as well.
Lowboy's still bringing in orders for us to ship out. Luckily, you know, we got Lamco Power Company. They let us use their trailer, so we're just loading it as much as we can and bringing everything over. This is our 10th pallet today. 4 cars already moved. No, 5 cars.
Fuck you, Marco.
So it's day probably 5 of the move, getting into Switch 3.0. We got the lifts installed yesterday. Our electrician's been here, getting that stuff knocked out. Yeah, we got painters inside, getting the offices done. Got our first couple of cars in the clean room, so that looked pretty cool. Got a couple more cabinets, just starting to get everything all kind of situated. Boss man's been racking his brain on where everything's got to go. Started getting the racking up yesterday for shipping.
A little up on the left side. A little more.
That's probably good.
That looks good. And then maybe the second one in just a little bit. That should do it. All right, I think we're good.
Who's this from, dude?
I don't know, man.
Dude, there's a square donut with a round hole.
No way.
Wow.
That's one of my faves. That's one of my faves.
How come you're not eating?
That one's fucking
Which
good.
one you gonna snap up, bro?
I'm gonna grab this
We're gonna
one.
let you have the first one. I like this one.
Split that one with me, fool.
Yeah, something like that.
Oh,
Pretty
take a
good.
bite.
That looks good.
So good.